Class 1, Step 5, Make Offers.
Yeah, make offers. So you've just got through identifying the homes that you like. Maybe you've listed a few that you absolutely want to make an offer on. The next step would be to actually write an offer and ask the seller, if they're willing to sell it to you at that price. There are three major components, Rebecca, to any offer. And without these three components, your offer is incomplete. The first one is price. Of course, it's actually the one that folks think about the most, forgetting about steps number 2 and 3. So I'm going to come back to price last. Let's talk about steps number 2 and 3, the terms. The terms of your offer are basically an understanding between you and the seller that pertains to different things to do with the purchase other than the price that you're willing to purchase at. For example, when will I get possession of the house, Mr. Seller? When are you going to move out? Hey, let's come to an agreement that you're going to be out at 5 o'clock on Wednesday the 31st. That's considered one of the terms of the offer. Who's going to pay for the home warranty? Hey, we've agreed on the price, but who's going to pay for the home warranty? How much of an earnest deposit do you need me to put down? Can I get away with just $500 or $100? Or are you going to help me with prorated property taxes or paying some of the association dues? Or is that gazebo going to stay? Are the built-in fans going to stay? These are terms of the offer. They're not the price, but they're just as important. A common term of the offer that we see more often than we probably should is will the seller rent back from you for, say, 30 days or something after you close and purchase. Maybe the seller needs time to move out, or maybe you need time to relocate there, and so one of the terms of the offer might be, hey, seller, can you rent the home back from me for 30 days? Well, as I said, terms is one of them. The other one is contingencies, which I like to call them, the way out or ways out. A contingency is really a milestone, or contingencies are milestones that you reach at certain points in the process or the contract at which certain decisions have to be made. Let me explain. An appraisal is a contingency. In other words, if the purchase contract is written up and the home's supposed to appraise for $150,000 and it appraises for $140,000, well, all of a sudden you've got a milestone here. A decision's got to be made. What happens now? Is the seller going to lower the price to match the appraisal, or is the seller going to say to the buyer, hey, no, you know what, I think my home's still worth $140, you're going to have to cough up the difference? That's a contingency. Now, less common contingencies are stuff like, hey, the seller has an existing home that they're looking to purchase, and so they don't want to close on the sale until they've gotten approved for their home. And so a contingency might be the deal's not going to close until the seller's approved for their other purchase. So there's various things that could be considered contingencies. A contract has many milestones or crossroads, if you would, which when those are reached, the buyer's got a way to opt out of the deal without loss. Now, FHA and VA financing particularly have added protection for the buyer's earnest deposit in the event that the contingency period runs out. And if you call our office, we'll talk to you about that more in detail.
So you've talked about price, terms, and contingencies. Do I need to have more than one offer ready?
On the same home, no. I will say this, Rebecca, that if you've done your homework regarding all the stuff that we talked about earlier, like market data, inventory trends, comparable sales, the CMA, the days, and you're clued up with the market, offering the right price is not going to be a problem for you. You're not going to be insulting the seller by making a lowball offer. Now, I always say, to avoid emotional sways, it's always best to make your first offer your best offer. That way, if there's a bidding war and a price war that comes up, you're not going to be swayed and end up offering more than even the property's worth, or you're comfortable with, or you can afford, just because you're caught up in the emotional buzz of 10, 15 people trying to make an offer on that same home.